Hi, we're Owls and Neptune, and this is Couch Talk at Norton Music Factory.
G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of Couch Talk at Norton Music Factory. Today I have the legends from Owls of Neptune with me, and we're going to do what we do best, which is sit on the couch and talk rubbish for about half an hour and see what comes out. Where did Owls of Neptune come from? How did it come about?
Well, the name came from Toddy, and I don't know if he can explain how he come up with that one, but we actually met.
I would like to know.
I would like to know. I'm sure everyone out there would like to know.
Yeah, it's a funny
Well,
name.
after this big mushroom session,
I knew it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
We was actually called Red Letter at the start, but then when we tried to find ourselves online, there's thousands of red letters, and so we thought we need something that's original, and Todd came up with Owls of Neptune. And we thought there's no other band with that. We typed it in and it came first page on Google. So we stuck with that, and we actually liked the name as well. It just it seems to suit us. So we stuck with that, and yeah, we've not really looked back since.
And then when the talk came about changing the name, the Owls of Neptune thing got mentioned, and it literally happened within 5 minutes. Everyone just said, "Yeah, that's really cool." Let's go
Straight
with
up.
it."
Yeah, Jay come up with a logo.
Straight away.
Almost
Yeah,
in
it all
2
just
minutes.
became real natural and happened really fast, and we're all happy with it. And it's a great name, man.
So there's no other real meaning behind it, just something that happened when you're tripping on mushrooms.
yeah.
I might edit that bit out, but don't do drugs, kiddies.
Well, I'm Pete. Basically, it's a bit of a long story, but I played in a band with Todd, must have been about 10 years ago, and then just the way things went, it all dissipated and we didn't carry on and we went our separate ways. And then 5 years later I got into a band with Matt, and Matt did the same thing. Matt went to work in the mines, so that band kind of split up and everything, and it wasn't until recently I just decided that I wanted to start a band again, because I was doing a solo thing and it wasn't really what I was into. And I put an advert out and Jay replied straight away, and so we started jamming and we got on really great. And I mean, you've heard his bass lines, like some of the stuff he does is out of this world, so we stuck together. And then I heard that Matt was back in town, so I got hold of Matt and he come round and joined in and played with Jay and was like, yeah, I'm in, kind of thing. And then out of the blue I walked into Marula Bar Music and Todd comes walking out the back and he's like, oh, are you in a band? And he's like, oh, I'm kind of messing with a few things. So he came down for a jam and that was it, end of story. So we all came back together again, and yeah, it was weird how it all come together, but it feels like it's meant to be. We get on really well and the songs come together really quick, you know, and everyone puts their own part into it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a super fun process creating music. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's always been strenuous or overthinking with this band. Is when we get stuck or come to a hurdle, someone's got an answer for it. You know, we always get, we get things done quick. It's fun, and yeah, we just can't stop writing new material. It's non-stop.
Everybody has an input.
And what's your role in the band, Todd?
I play guitar.
Some damn fine guitar too. How did the songs come about? Does someone come up with an idea, or is everyone...
It's kind of the first album, well, the one we've just done, the We're Not Apart album. They all came from, like, I sometimes write on acoustic guitar or piano, whatever it is. Just I wrote a couple of songs and I brought it to the boys, and then, you know, there's never like, you must play this way and you play that way, I want it to sound like this. It was just like, what do you think of this? And everyone puts their own part in it, and then it just organically grows, and there's bits that I could have never have thought of in the song that I wrote originally, that these guys have put in there, and it becomes our own song. So that's the way the first album come along, but Matt writes and Todd writes and Jay's, you know, everybody's got their own bits that we put in. So this second album we're going to do is going to be, you know, everybody's songs, but yeah, that's generally how they come about. We just throw around ideas and see what we can do to make the song sound cooler, and yeah.
How long have you been playing bass, Joe?
I played guitar once, like when I was way back in Singapore.
Just one time.
I know. Yeah. So
Just one time.
then when I've got here,
Good
like,
too, very good.
I really like that one time.
then Pete posted an ad online, and I saw his post. Like, I was looking for a band to play with. So
Well, were you looking for bass or guitar?
Both actually.
Yeah, right.
Because I have one of each. So when Pete said like, oh, I was looking for a bandmate, like then he's looking for like a bass player. So I texted him, like, and we've met jammed a couple of songs, and he gave me his demos, and like I've done some bass lines onto his songs because like it's like he played it on an acoustic, but it's like a fusion thing. Like he got like ideas and how to bring that music out. So I was thinking like of adding some of the bits, like just to make the song like unique kind of sound. Yeah, so that's how I came about with Pete and with the rest of the guys.
You guys did actually do like a little bit before me and Toddy came around.
Yeah, it's like
you
an
played a
acoustic
couple
set.
of open mics and stuff.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had another two guys that we
Won't
replied.
mention anymore.
No. No.
It says on the
They didn't quite.
Oh, sorry guys, you didn't make the band.
I can't tell you his name, but he was a fucking clown.
Yeah, we did, but they didn't work.
Got a hold of me and said, you know, you came to jam and I've got a bass player. I was like, okay, that's pretty exciting. And then when I heard Jay play, I was like, fuck yeah. Like, that's sick, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
this guy
bass
knows
players
how to
and there's
play.
bass players. And,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's got a real groove, eh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just locked in with my style, and we found, you know, we knew where to meet each other in the middle. It just happened so fast, and it was great, eh? And then obviously when Todd showed up, it was just fucking
Next
the
level.
cherry on top, yeah, because we really needed that, you know, that element, you know, like somebody, the right person to bring the sound, that somebody that does their own thing without us having any influence on it, you know, and that's just what he does, and it makes it, just tops it, makes it sound so much better and original.
Yeah, something we could
Yeah.
never think of, innit?
Exactly, yeah.
You think of the things that are cliche that you think that would work, and he comes up with something that's completely different. It's not what you think of, but it works even better, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
It's good.
Have you talked about your styles amongst each other? Like, are you all into a certain particular theme or style, or are you all from different? Obviously, we're all from different backgrounds, but from all over the world by the looks of it.
I think we are, and in terms of that, we're all into diversity. Like, we all like bands that change, have a lot of dynamics. You know what I mean? Like, we're not scared of doing an acoustic song. We're not scared of doing a really, really heavy song. Whatever makes the song sound good, or whatever that particular mood or melody feeling needs, we're happy to do that. You know, we're not scared of trying to be a genre. You know what I mean? We don't want to be stuck as a genre. We want to be open to everybody, and we just do what we think the song needs and what sounds good. You know.
Yeah, well, from my experience with you guys, I'm going to say that's bang on. You're so entertaining. You're so original. Music's really good.
Thank you.
So for me, when I'm looking for people to come here and share your passion and your art with the world, that's a big part of what I'm looking for. Is it has its familiar elements, but it's got your own flavour on stuff. I was trying to work out how do I describe you guys to people, and I just said you're the modern day Beatles. Because there's so much variety. You got
I wasn't
piano
going to
to
drop the name
guitar.
before, but that's a massive part of sort of, like the idea of dynamics and diversity, like that. How many different sort of genres they tasted and touched.
I mean that's a big statement or a big call, however one you put it. But
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it because it's so freaking awesome, and you should be really proud of what you're doing. I just love it. It's
Thank you
awesome.
very much. It's a massive compliment.
And I only found you guys by accident. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I've told you a couple of times. Like, I actually went to check out someone else, and it was with my big mate Matt, and we were there, and we were sort of sitting there just waiting what was happening, and then you guys came on, and straight away we were both like, these guys are going to sound fucking cool at the factory.
Really good.
And it was awesome. And the first show you guys didn't disappoint. I know there's some people who were at that first show here that are coming back. So
Brilliant.
yeah, it was really cool. So thanks again for being involved with this fundraiser for the Dunga Derby. I can't wait for you guys to share the love with a different crowd and just watch this thing spread, because there's bigger and better things coming along for you guys, guaranteed. Yeah, I think it shines through too, like when we were watching the footage back from the last time you guys were here, and then while we were experiencing it, I think the thing that stood out for me, and I think your wife came up at the end. I hope she's your wife. Is she your wife?
God damn. Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. No, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll go back to that one. So I think the thing that stood out for me the other night, like what you said, it's obviously not a chore. It's more of a passion. You're doing this whether or not you make it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about it's actually living the moment, doing it. And I think the thing that really hit the nail on the head for me was when your wife came up and she goes, thank you. That was the happiest I've ever seen him. And I could tell it because it was coming from the stage. But when you're enjoying yourself on stage, the energy just projects forward, and the crowd can't help but get into it. And just seeing the smile on your dial is pretty cool.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
Yeah.
And I know everyone else is feeling it too. So I can't wait to get that again. Pressure's on, no pressure. Is there anyone else you want to thank while you're here who's helped you get here? What you're doing?
We definitely have to put a shout out to Dom that mastered our music.
Oh yeah, Don Bart, from
great
Benchmark. Yeah,
From where, sorry?
Benchmark Mastering. He mastered all the songs on our first album, and yeah, he's done miracles with them. Man. I mean, we got him mixed him before. I don't know if he could make him much better, but he put him on the next level. So yeah, he's done us proud, man. He's done good.
And who did you film clip for the last one that just come out?
We can talk all day.
We can talk all day.
That was me. It came together pretty quick. It was only done in
Dang.
It was done in a day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
And it was
quick and just.
It was pretty fucking fun making it, like shit every day. Like,
and for some reason that got
you
changed.
used to skateboard with a wah-wah pedal and fucking play with a mop and shit.
Mop.
We're going piss it. Oh, it's a really good job. I keep saying that, didn't I? That could be correcting me again.
No mushrooms involved there.
They were still on the same trip that started,
A relapse 7 years later.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Good sauce. Yeah. No, it's good fun.
Has the last 12, 18 months, the whole COVID thing, has it affected you in terms of, doing gigs, like not being able to get out there? Were you
100%. Yeah, especially at the start,
before it started.
Just as we was about to, when we felt we was ready for gigging,
yeah,
that's when it all kicked in, and so that's why we just locked ourselves in and did, rehearsed as much as we could and got this album knocked out. But in a way, it was good because we got the album done. Like we had time to record, but yeah, we couldn't get out and gig anyway. It was pretty tough.
Yeah.
And even now, it's still hard to get in because there's such a backlog of people wanting to get back into the venues, and that's why we're so happy that you've found us and got us down here, because that really kicked us back into inspiration mode. That get yourself back out there.
Yeah, it was so depressing for a while, mate. And I think I was telling the guys last night, they had a similar type story with the whole COVID thing. That for me, I think there's this little bit of excitement coming, and I hope it's not just me feeling it. Where there's new venues opening up on the coast. The guys up at 11 Bar and Dive Bar, and then what you guys are doing at Malula Bar Music. It's just there's something happening, and whether or not COVID's to blame for that, but I think it's forced the Australian public to go, well, hang on, we don't need these international acts. We've got so much talent right here in our backyard.
Yeah, 100%. It's always been the
let's
case.
support these people, mate, because
Yeah.
you go back, like when I grew up, I won't tell you how long ago that was, but bands like Midnight Oil and NXS and Jimmy Barnes and those bands were as big as any other band in our eyes.
Yeah.
Because there was no internet, but then fast forward 10 or 15 years. And if you haven't got 10 international acts on your festival bill, it's not worth going to. Get out there and support your local bands so these guys can keep doing what they love best, and that's making music for you guys.
Woo!
Awkward silence.
Nail it. Fucking nail
I was
it.
waiting for you to.
Woo! I'll cut that bit.
What is there?
Yeah. Are there any questions you guys have been dying to ask someone else in the band that you haven't asked yet?
Matt, where's that $10?
Oh, damn it. Our instalments are up. I've got $1 on me now.
Yeah, not much.
Do you miss playing guitar?
Not so much. Yes.
Band clown.
Probably Jay.
No, not me.
I was not going to pick Jay.
Yeah.
Funny, it's Matt.
Yeah, it would probably. I don't know. I can't say myself.
It probably is.
Bit of a clown thing to say, isn't it?
It probably is, Matt.
But yeah, it's probably me. I've got reasonably big feet and a funny nose.